No one saw this coming. The balance of power in the NFC South is starting to crack. And the Atlanta Falcons might be one bold move away from flipping everything upside down. Before we dive in, real fans know what to do. Hit like, share this with another Falcons fan, and subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Now ask yourself this: what happens when a team that's been inconsistent suddenly adds a true game-changer to its weakest spot? Something massive is brewing around the Atlanta Falcons, and it's the kind of move that doesn't just help for one season, it reshapes the future. Around the league, whispers are getting louder about a potential trade that could redefine Atlanta's defense and send shockwaves through the NFC South. The name at the center of it all is Patrick Surtain II. This isn't empty chatter. This is the kind of rumor that executives quietly monitor, players talk about behind closed doors, and fans feel in their gut before it ever hits the ticker. The Denver Broncos, a team clearly pivoting into a rebuild, may be willing to listen. And if they do, Atlanta could be in position to strike. Denver's situation tells the story. A disappointing season, heavy salary cap pressure, and a front office focused on flexibility moving forward. When you're carrying major financial commitments and trying to reset a roster, tough decisions follow. That's where a premium asset like Surtain II suddenly becomes available, not because he is an elite, but because elite players sometimes fund rebuilds. Meanwhile in Atlanta, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Injuries have exposed depth issues in the secondary. Key contributors have missed time, continuity has suffered, and explosive passing offenses have taken advantage. The Falcons' defense has shown flashes, moments where it looks fast, physical, and dangerous, followed by stretches where it struggles to close. That inconsistency is exactly why a player like Patrick Surtain II changes everything. We're not talking about a decent starter or a rotational piece. We're talking about one of the most technically sound, mentally sharp cornerbacks in the league. A true lockdown defender who doesn't just guard receivers, he erases them. His career production backs it up: hundreds of tackles, double-digit interceptions, dozens of pass breakups, forced fumbles, and even touchdowns on defense. His advanced grades consistently place him among the league's elite. This season alone, Surtain has been a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Targets disappear. Windows shrink. Completion percentages drop. Yards after the catch vanish. Quarterbacks simply stop looking his way, and that's the ultimate respect. Now imagine him lining up opposite A.J. Terrell. Let that sink in for a second. Two elite corners on the outside instantly change how offenses call games. Route concepts get limited. Progressions slow down. And suddenly, the Falcons' pass rush gets an extra half second, which in the NFL is everything. That's how sacks happen. That's how forced throws turn into interceptions. That's how momentum flips. Here's the real debate though, and this is today's question of the day. Would you give up a second-round and third-round pick to land Patrick Surtain II if it meant transforming the defense immediately? Drop your answer in the comments below. Because the upside is massive. With Surtain in the lineup, Atlanta's interception numbers could jump significantly. Expected points allowed through the air could drop sharply. A defense that's been middle of the pack suddenly becomes one offense's fear. Especially inside the division. Think about the NFC South. Receivers like Mike Evans have tortured defenses for years. Quarterbacks have been comfortable throwing against Atlanta. That comfort disappears fast when one side of the field is completely locked down. Offensive coordinators are forced to adjust, and mistakes follow. Analysts often compare Surtain to the modern prototype of shutdown corners. Players like Darius Slay, not just for physical traits, but for how they elevate everyone around them. His instincts, route recognition, and discipline make him a turnover machine in big moments. When the game tightens late, he's the kind of player who changes outcomes. And it's not just physical ability. It's confidence. Leadership. Presence. When a defense knows it has a corner who can handle the toughest assignment every snap, everything else becomes simpler. Play calls open up. Blitzes become bolder. The entire unit plays faster. That confidence spills over to the offense too. More stops mean more possessions. more chances to score, more control over game flow. Football is momentum, and defenders like certain tilt the field. Zoom out even further, and the implications get even bigger. Atlanta's long-shot Super Bowl odds wouldn't stay long shots. A strengthened secondary paired with an already talented front seven puts the Falcons firmly in dark horse territory. Not favorites, but dangerous. The kind of team nobody wants to see heating up late in the season. Division rivals would feel it immediately. Game plans would change. Quarterbacks would hesitate. And suddenly, the NFC South narrative shifts from wide open to watch Atlanta. It even changes how the franchise is viewed league-wide. This wouldn't be a short-term patch. It would be a statement. A declaration that the Falcons are serious about building something sustainable, disciplined, and playoff-ready. A modern defensive identity that echoes past greatness but fits today's NFL. So here's the bigger question. Are we witnessing the start of a new era in Atlanta, or is this one bold move away from becoming real? Nothing is official yet. Trades like this hinge on final negotiations, timing, and leverage. But all signs suggest Atlanta's front office is willing to be aggressive. And when teams get aggressive with a clear vision, special things happen. Fans can already picture it: the highlight interceptions, the frustrated receivers, the late game stops that seal wins. A new legacy forming on defense. A roster that finally feels complete. And now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Patrick Surtain too is the missing piece that pushes the Falcons into true playoff contention? Or is the price too high? Sound off in the comments. One thing is certain. If this move happens, the NFC South won't look the same. The Falcons won't be the same. And the rest of the league will be forced to pay attention. This could be the beginning of something special. And Falcons fans everywhere can feel it coming.